right, so are all of you planning on being here on Thursday and Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thursday now. I have a doctor's appointment and Boise where I have to get ready for the trip.
So you're not. So you need to go on. This group needs to go Wednesday.
Do you want me to just come in? Want me to just pull in for the period?
I mean, no, we don't want to take you out.
Pull in for the period.
Yeah, I'm really coming for the
So
period.
you're out
That's my dad.
Thursday.
So we have to do this tomorrow?
Thursday or Friday.
Yeah. Okay. So and tell me what you guys are working on.
We're just gonna, well, because we have the basic, basis of our scenes, so we gotta flesh it out to know exactly what we're doing.
Okay. Just be ready to talk to why you feel the scenes you selected exemplify the theme that you were working on. That's really what your short talk should be about, what you had hoped to communicate in each one of the mini scenes and how well it describes the actual theme.
Do we analyze each scene separately?
I would talk about them, how they all work together, and maybe try to elicit conversation or questions from the audience based around the individual. So this group, Peter...
And how long should the discussion go for? Not that it
Short.
matters. Short? Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, ladies. You guys are all three of you here for the rest of the week?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah, unless some emergency. I'll be here.
I don't want to. It's like when I'm holding and writing at the same time, I get your crotches. You want me to hold it instead? Sure. So you want to write? Well, it's on, so.
It's the,
Yeah. Don't. You can put it on me if you like. So talk to me about where you are. I know you guys were talking about the emojis.
Yeah, we're still gonna use that.
Okay.
We were
Still
thinking.
like talking about which ones to use for each character.
Bless you.
We figured out what we should do for Jane and Bingley. We were just talking about Mr. Bennett and Mrs. Bennett right now.
We're gonna use this for Miss Bennett.
One thing really best.
She's a tall woman.
Yeah. So we're gonna like print it out really big.
Okay, so you're gonna wear them over your face
Yeah,
like
we
on
were
a
thinking like
popsicle
a
stick?
popsicle stick.
Yeah, and like holding it.
And that's going to be a part. So what are you going to be doing with your bodies? Or are you just relying on the facial expression as...
Mostly, I think we'll have like something. It's like, did we tell you about the other one we thought?
Like Mrs. Bennett will be like going like that and stuff.
Okay.
Like that.
And with Jane and Bingley, they'll be like not facing each other, and then Darcy's in the middle, like kind of consoling Bingley. But they're both upset, and they have like the thought bubble like with the heart, because they like know that they love each other, but they don't think the other one, so they're upset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I totally get it. Okay, so you guys seem like you're on the right track, and you're able to talk about it in terms of like, afterwards when you're explaining why you made the choices you made. Remember, the focus is why the scenes you chose exemplify the theme you're talking about. Okay, all right? Good? Thank you. Oh, my God, that cough is not going away ever. You guys have somebody absent right now? What? Jen. All right, so talk to me about where you are.
Well, right now we're just like going through like the storyline, so we can see like the scenes are like the most important, that show like how they change the.
We have the character development
You're working on, the theme was character development?
of Elizabeth, Darcy, Collins, and Nicole.
So you're basically tracking how they
How they grew up throughout the book. Novel.
I didn't know the two.
And have you had scenes picked out yet, or?
Yeah, we did, but it was with
Jenna,
Jenna, and Jenna has.
Yeah.
We contacted her to see if she could.
Yeah, I
Is she
texted-
out sick today, or?
She left early. She said she like fell down the stairs and went to school, so she left like first period.
Okay. You're gonna be absent on Thursday, right?
Yeah, so tomorrow we're gonna present.
All right. So you guys have to go tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Hopefully she'll be able to get back in touch with you. Let me know by the end of the period if she has it. Okay. All right. Talk to me. Where did Angelo go?
He went to the bathroom.
He didn't ask. He just left.
This was an emergency.
Okay. So all of you are gonna be out on Thursday, right?
No, I'm gonna be in.
But you're out Friday.
Yeah.
talk to me about where you are right now.
We're still thinking about how are we going to summarize the marriages in like each tableau, and we're not going to choose specific scenes from the novel to replicate, but we're going to try to
catch an essence of them somehow, like mash up.
Yeah.
And how they feel about each other. So, like,
And then you'll be ready to talk about it. So maybe what you might want to do is break up each of the tableaux so each of you could be an expert on one of the marriages. So when it comes time to talk about it, you're each talking about something.
Okay.
Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Okay, and you guys will all be here Thursday as well, so you can go on Thursday? Because I know it was questionable.
I know I'm coming in Thursday.
yeah.
Okay. And Angelo too?
I'm not. I think so.
I'm just trying to see who needs to go tomorrow. So should I slate you for tomorrow, just in case?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, talk to me about what you have so far.
Always laid out the scenes.
We're just laying out the scenes. We already identified major characters.
Okay.
Like, would Lady Catherine be main character as well?
But it depends on what your theme is.
It's like a visual portrait, so obviously she's like a main thing. We already have most of the scenes laid out, so we just need to...
So tell me the scenes that you have laid out.
One of the scenes is... Does it have to be like a direct scene from the book, or can it be like a portrayal of the character and their difference from other characters?
I think as long as it's coming out of the book is fine. So if you're doing it, the perception through somebody else's opinion, as long as it's coming from the text, you're fine.
Okay. And then we have the scene where Darcy judges Elizabeth too quickly.
Okay.
And then she's like, what?
What's your theme?
Our theme is number 9. It's like identifying main characters and what the visual portraits are.
Okay.
So Darcy can be like one of the portraits of like rich people, which is like they're overly prideful of their status, so they judge people too quickly.
Okay.
And then we have the scene where Mrs. Bennet was fussing over the ball and Mr. Bennet was very calm. And then we have the other scene where Charles Bingley is in a carriage with his sister, and then he leaves town because she told him that he's not worthy enough for Jane.
Okay.
So that's another scene to show that they're starstruck lovers or something.
Fair enough. And you'll all be here Thursday and Friday? Okay, so you guys can go.
How are we gonna transition from one scene to the next?
You're just gonna, I'll say switch. All right, talk to me, guys.
We've got 4 scenes total.
Okay.
We have we're topic 7, dance, and in extension how it is a metaphor for marriage. So
Okay.
we've got Bingley for 1 scene, Darcy for 2 scenes, and then Collins for a 4th scene.
Okay.
Okay.
What am I missing?
Bingley would be dancing with Jane, and it shows their chemistry because they dance well together.
Right.
And then we also can we have like a scene where like the people gossip about, compare Darcy and Bingley, and then that's how they...
Absolutely. So what you want to do is remember just everything that you put together, you need to be prepared to talk about why
And explain, yeah.
So I mean,
that I'm super confident.
And I think that as long as each of you have a piece of it, so that there's not one person really kind of monopolizing the discussion, you want to just make sure that you could speak to why you've done what you've done and how it exemplifies the theme specifically.
We had one question though.
Sure.
Could we pull in people for more extras to like exaggerate? Because with just 4 people, seeing as 2 of them are always going to be dancing, we don't really have a lot of wiggle room to explain like the impact it has on everyone else. So could we take one, like just 1, maybe 2 other people?
Yeah,
like,
I don't mind.
So that's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, then we're good.
And will all of you be here?
Yeah, most likely.
I might not. I emailed you already. There's no reason I shouldn't be here Thursday, but if my parents just decide, you know what, we need you home to like help settle
Are
things.
you going on the trip?
Yeah.
So you're definitely out Friday.
I'm definitely out Friday, and I very strongly expect to be here Thursday, but I can't promise that.
All right, so then why don't we say you guys have to go tomorrow just to be on the safe side?
Okay.
I have to see how many groups have to go tomorrow.
I think it's me, Vincent, and I think that's it. Oh, and Jason too. So you have 4 groups. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Well, I mean, I think we could get through 4. I'm kind of hoping that we get through 5 tomorrow, and then the rest go on Thursday. And then Friday, I think it's just going to be an open discussion since so many people are going to be out, which I think would be fun. A little more loose.
Okay. So we're good?
Yep.
Thank you. Can we go outside?
Yeah, just leave the door open. Alright.
I would assume so.
We're doing reputation.
Okay.
Yeah, we change it from love to reputation instead.
What?
We change it from love to reputation instead.
Well, is it what was on the paper that you had to do?
We
had to pick a theme,
and we had to show its significance with all, it said all characters, but we were assuming all major characters in those scenes.
Okay.
So we're gonna put all of those, and we're gonna have to exemplify like how that kind of connects back.
What? I know.
Yes, it's enough.
Are any of you going to be absent on Thursday that you know of? I know you're Friday as well.
Yeah, Friday.
You're right. You're on the trip Friday.
Yes.
All right. So what have you have put together so far?
We made 4 scenes so far.
Okay.
We all did the major turning point with like reputation to Lydia, the low self-esteem, and that's when like things about reputation became a serious issue.
That's one thing we put. I put another thing.
Well, her reputation has such an issue with potentially being tarnished that
it kind of like destroys.
Well, they go to great lengths to make sure it doesn't get destroyed.
Exactly. So that's one thing you could show like as a turning point. I also put the dancing scene because I kind of feel like when you have, besides the females, because females are mostly targeted in the book, I think that even the males, when you say in the dancing scene when they have to all go dance with as many females as possible, and like when you want to do all of that, I feel like you have a certain reputation to kind of like hold like a margin. So that's one of the scenes I included too. The movie
We also put on Lady Catherine. She's like usually guilty of like, mistreating other people.
Well, she's usually one of the people who determines what your reputation's going to be. There's always sort of somebody in a crowd who's the judger.
The judger, exactly.
So it shows like she's like in the highest of like all social.
Right, but at the same time, Austen's actually used her as she's a satirical character because I don't think Austen agrees with her position in society, just given how awful she makes her. Kind of a caricature of probably how people in that position actually are.
Yeah.
So I mean, what you all need to do is just make sure that each of you could speak to at least one of the scenes and how it represents the theme that you're working on.
Okay.
So that when it comes time to discuss what you're doing, all of you could talk to what you've actually tried to do.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay.
Thanks. All right, you guys, what's going on over here?
We're just figuring out the scenes and how we're gonna play it.
We have the first two. Alicia and Gabby, Dimitri, Amanda. What is your topic? And first of all, is anyone going to be absent Thursday or Friday? I know you Friday.
No, and then otherwise everyone else is gonna.
Okay. So I think you'll go Thursday without a problem.
Our theme is like women and their reputation, and how like some of the characters care about their reputation a lot, and some of them don't. So like how when Lady Catherine was just like kind of reprimanding Elizabeth, and Elizabeth just kind of like brushes it off. So we're gonna show like Elizabeth like, and Lady Catherine's like, and then we want to have me and Alicia standing like just talking about it, because like we want like small little hints like in the background of each tableau to like show like the dominant theme, like everyone talks about each other, everyone's after one thing. So like then Lydia, we're gonna have like her kind of standing there, we're gonna have like a few like suitors just like offering her stuff, like
she's like flirting with them.
Right. Well, and we're thinking that's her way.
Yeah. But there was this part in the book where it was Darcy and Miss Bingley and Elizabeth, and then they were talking about what a real woman is and how they've never met this woman, or there's very few of them, but I can't find anything for the actual book.
I don't even know, wouldn't even know where to.
It's hard to find things.
Well, I mean, if you get an online text and then you search it, you might. I think it might have been early. It's early.
It's early when Jane is sick, when she's staying at the Bingley's.
So then that's right after the ball at Netherfield, which I think happens in like the fifth early chapter, like 5th or 6th chapter.
So I know online you can type in a few words and then find it.
Right. All right, so it sounds like you guys have it together. Just make sure that each one of you can talk to the choices that you made, and that each of you are able to talk about 1 or 2 of the Tableaux choices, so that not any one person is responsible for doing all the talking. So be acutely aware of the piece you're going to be talking about and how it suits the theme.
Are we going to be are we going to be like short discussion after each tableau?
Short. No. You do the whole installation and then you talk. Right.
So how short is our discussion part?
Short, like 3 minutes. So we're talking like each one of you will have a minute or so to talk about how the theme is shown throughout the entire installation. And then if there are questions as it goes, then you would address that as well. Okay? All right, ladies.
Hi.
Hi.
We're really excited. Well, I'm really excited.
We just
figured out everything that we're doing.
Okay.
So we have to plan it out now. But our question, wait, I have it on my phone.
Remind me of your topic.
It's the third one. It's about class and prejudice between classes.
Okay.
Oops, wrong app. And so far, we didn't break it. Well, we broke it down, but we didn't put our pictures together yet.
Okay.
But some of the scenes that we chose to represent that were Miss Bennet wanting her daughters to marry off to the higher classes. Darcy speaking rudely of Elizabeth in the beginning, like at that party. Mr. Collins proposing to Elizabeth and her rejecting him. Charlotte and Collins getting married eventually. Elizabeth reading the letter from Darcy. We felt that was a major turning point in her opinion on him.
Yes.
And
it certainly makes her pause.
Yeah. So we felt that was really important to include. Lydia's elopement. And at the end, the marriage between Elizabeth and Darcy and Jane.
Okay. And overall, what I would make sure you each did, since you have 7, maybe do 2 per each of you, so that you're ready to talk about how the scenes exemplify the theme that you're talking about, and just so that everyone has an opportunity to kind of talk. Just know which ones of you are going to be talking about which ones, and remember to always just tie it back to the theme. What is this? What is Austin showing us in this way, and why did you choose to kind of depict it in this way?
Okay.
All right, you're good otherwise?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so do you